You are listening to Digging In Podcast, presented by Rooted Wealth Advisors.
Welcome back to another new episode of the Digging In Podcast with Rooted Wealth Advisors. I'm your host, John Savarino. We have a repeat guest, Mr. Jerry Fuesel, aka won't even say it. Jerry, how are we doing here this afternoon?
Doing great.
Okay.
Keeping busy.
Yeah, Jerry's always running around. He's in different offices, working on a lot of different projects. Big thing on data integrity. Hopefully, your wonderful wife, Marie, is watching. Will give us some good feedback on the podcast. I'm not going to say it.
She's going to love it.
I'm not going to say it, Marie, just for you. I'm not going to say it. You think I'm going to say it, but I'm not going to say it. So, Jerry, last time we sat down, we were in a different office. Time has kind of flown by. How has the last, 6 months been as you've continued to kind of expand on your role and transition to this new office?
It's gone really well. We focus on some various aspects of the operational platform that I think we've come a long way with in a very short period of time. I think we have a lot of buy-in from the team. I think everyone sees the vision as to how we want to grow it. And quite frankly, I think it's going to be very scalable and efficient. And I think those are the things that we really wanted to do right out of the gate.
Yeah. You've headed several projects, already, and not only that, but have solved them kind of come to completion, and that's improved, as you have said, kind of a lot of the operational efficiencies. And by doing that, it just makes everyone's lives easier as well, right? Not only from a, data integrity is important, but it just makes everyone's lives a lot easier, right?
Well, it's really what, as I've talked about is, this is a struggle, not just for, our firm in terms of just having a vision of how we want that to work, but this is what a lot of companies struggle with. And it's a ongoing issue, right? And so really making sure that we have the best data, that we know it's good data, that we can move that data between systems so that we're all, whoever's using different systems is using the same information. And that's really the basis for what we've been trying to do. And I think we've, in a short time, we've accomplished that, which is great.
I think it's awesome. How's the transition been into the new office? Do you guys have a name for your, I tried asking, I think Jason, and you guys haven't came up with a name yet?
No, we're just, operational, area, I guess.
Showing up different?
The bullpen, we show up different every day. And
the bullpen, okay, there is a name for it then.
Maybe the bullpen, maybe that's a new name. Maybe we just created it right here. Yeah. But no, it's gone well. And as we know, we've done a lot of work. Zach's put a lot of time and effort into the design, and it's turning out to be a really nice place, and really happy to be coming in every day here. It really makes it comfortable.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's pretty incredible, actually. Especially when we think about where we've come from.
From day one, from here, and even from the old office to where we are today, it's really come a long way.
Do you miss the old office?
I wasn't there very long, so I don't know if I missed really much of anything. It was an interesting place for sure, but we have fond memories of that place.
Fond memories is a good way to put it. Is Marie going to be at the grand opening?
She may be.
Maybe.
She may be.
If she's watching, you tell her. Or if she's not watching, you tell her. I have a high expectation of her being there. Or else, I'm going to say it.
Well, but the other expectation is, we have a potential trip coming up.
Oh, I knew that I shouldn't have opened
I think
this
is a nice little, goes both ways, right? So we're looking forward to seeing you on the trip as well, which is going to be great. We've talked about that. So yeah.
Okay, so she is looking forward to that.
It's kind of like, one works for the other as well. So
I guess we'll see. I expect her to be there.
No, we know it's going to happen.
So back to, I think about one of the first couple of weeks when you had started, and, not to say that our, things were bad, by any means on the operational side, but there was a lot of cleanup, when it comes to data. So, maybe just elaborate further, super high level for our viewers, why that data integrity that you preach so much of, like, why is that so important from an operational aspect? Is there any examples you can give us?
Well, I mean, it's really comes down to one, that the information in each of the accounts is correct. And we source that information to, exterior sources, whether it's issuers, custodians, whoever, where the capital is, our reporting then reflects that. And so we're checking that on a daily basis, making sure that it's accurate. And then when it comes to internal reporting, external reporting, there's a lot more confidence in that what we're producing is what
is accurate. I gotcha. So let's just kind of go more personal. So how's the golf game been?
Pretty good. Not
so. A little hesitation there.
Deal with my tour ACL, so I'm still kind of working through that. But
okay,
all's good.
All's good there. So are you a guy? I know some guys. It's like, hey, if it's below 40. You'll never catch me out there. Like, do you have a temperature fill?
No, I'll play.
You'll play out there?
Yeah, it's fine.
So you're all year round.
Well, it depends, but it's if it's not snowing, we can be out there, right?
Okay. Yeah, I remember before I just so busy these days, but man, when I was playing 50, 60 rounds a year, I can remember playing in January. Ponds are all frozen. But as you just said, as long as there's no snow on the ground, you just put a few extra layers on, and it's all about being out there. So, was your son's bachelor party that you just had maybe a couple months ago?
Yeah, we were out there, and so we had a good time with some of his friends. And
how many rounds did you play?
4 rounds.
And how many days?
2 days.
But you skipped out on the Sunday round. They played more, didn't they?
Yeah, they played more.
And Dad said, "No, I'm gonna head on home.
4 is enough for me."
We might have talked about this previously, but just another kind of random question that I had. From commuting into the city, right, doing all this traveling overseas, and just obviously spend a lot of time, whether it's in the vehicle or in an airplane, to a commute to Bourbonnais. Like, not just about how that adjustment's been, but like how different has that been for you on a daily basis?
Well, it's huge for sure. You're going north into the city. It's a lot more congestion, a lot more craziness coming here. It's, much more peaceful. So I've actually embraced it. I really enjoy it more than anything.
That's cool. Yeah, I always think about that is getting off 57 to come into Bourbonnais. It's a lot different, Then
train stations, the whole, having done it pretty much my whole career. So coming here has been a breath of fresh air, quite frankly.
That's awesome. I will also just say, in terms of the buy-in that you had mentioned from the team, I mean, it's amazing, right? Just to see how the operations team has truly just bought into what you believe in, what your vision is for the department, but also just your leadership. And, just to speak a little bit openly, like, I think that's a testament to your character and just the type of person that you are. And I know I kind of teased the show up different sign, but you do show up different. And I think it's cool, man. And I'm just I'm thankful to have you here.
No, it's been good. It's, like you said, part of it is just, here's what I'm thinking, here's why I think it's going to work. And after a while, I think it's been a good transition.
Yeah, I agree. So one of the things that I've been asking some of the other guys, and maybe this will air after, who knows, offsite coming up, 3 days, all of us spending together in a row. Give me your thoughts on that.
It'll be interesting. I think we'll all have things to say and talk about as we look forward to 2025.
Yeah.
Be a good year, I think. So, I think, there's a lot of different issues out there, whether it's, macro or microeconomic issues that we have to, sort through. And, business is always, challenging because, it's competitive out there. We have to continue to look at ourselves and make sure that we have a competitive edge where we can compete.
Mm-hmm. Any preparation going into it as of yet, or to be determined?
Not yet.
Okay.
But soon, right? It's coming pretty quickly. But
it will be here quickly. Yeah, just curious to see what your thoughts are. I'm going to look forward to a follow-up afterwards to then get what your thoughts were.
Looking forward.
So what's been a favorite memory of yours? If there is one in particular since we sat down.
I would say this, just seeing the development of the new location has been interesting from the first day that we were in, and constant interior and exterior development. And that's been, really interesting. And to see, all the thoughtfulness that has gone into it, the planning, very tedious, very detail oriented. It's been an interesting project to watch.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Anything else you want to share with the viewers?
No, all's good. And hopefully we continue on this trajectory. And it's exciting, like I said, as we finish out this year and look to next year.
Yeah, absolutely. 2025 will be, as I typically say, the best year yet.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, appreciate you being here. Even though you fought tooth and nail, not to be, always good insight from Jerry in terms of what's going on behind the scenes of Rooted, from an operational aspect, and always like to chat a little bit further of what's going on with you. So
absolutely. And next time we meet, I think we'll have some interesting content to talk about as well.
I think there'll be some really good follow-up. Next time you see Jerry's face, on another Digging In podcast, I think it could be one of the best ones yet. Jerry, loved having you here on the podcast, and as always, we'll dig in soon.
This was Digging In Podcast, presented by Rooted Wealth Advisors.